Good morning. How's everybody doing? It's been a little while since I made a video. Got kind of busy last year. And yeah, so it's I don't know, January 30th or 29th or something like that. Finally got a day when it's not windy and it's not freezing. Well, it's freezing. It's 32 degrees. But the wind's not blowing, the sun's out here in beautiful central Michigan. So I figured I would go out and do a little shooting today. Over the winter, I went through all my pieces and parts that I had laying around and discovered that I had accumulated enough parts to pretty much throw together an AR rifle with just stuff that I'd accumulated from bits and pieces. I've never actually owned a AR and anything other than 22 long rifle and 9mm. So I've just been accumulating things. I probably didn't tell you guys before. About a year ago, I'd actually took a part-time job at Sportsman's Warehouse. I don't know if you're familiar with that chain or not. Sportsman's Warehouse, kind of the much smaller version of like Cabela's, if you will. They started in Utah and kind of spread to the east. There's a couple stores here and there. Anyway, worked the gun counter, so when things would come up on sale or stuff like that, I kind of had the idea of building myself an AR rifle because I'd never had one in, again, any other caliber than 9mm and 22 long rifle, which you guys have seen on this channel before. And it's like, the whole idea, the reason I didn't ever want one before, I think they're cool, I think they're neat, I have nothing against them. I think anybody that wants one, awesome, do it, have fun with it. The problem for me was the way that I shoot. I don't shoot a lot of rounds, I'm more about shooting accuracy. I was thinking more varmint gun. So the whole idea was for me to build it from scratch using the most expensive cheap parts I could find, if you will. So some of this stuff was takeoffs off from my Tippmann, off from my ATI. Some of this, we'll go over the bits and pieces and parts of it later, but the only things I didn't skimp out on was I did buy a Shaw custom 18-inch stainless 4016R stainless fluted, chambered in 223 Wild, threaded, in case I want to put a suppressor on it later. I'm not really worried about suppressing at 223 556, obviously, just to quiet it down a little bit, maybe not upset the neighbors as much, and be able to use that, because it's half by 28, be able to use that same suppressor over on like my 22 mag, my 22 long rifle, stuff like that. So my goal is to build a gas gun that would be comparable to an off-the-shelf, run-of-the-mill bolt action. Most of the ARs, in my opinion, that you could buy off the shelf that aren't high-end, you know, you're not paying $2,000 for somebody else to put a bunch of good parts together for you. They're not MOA. They're not one MOA. My experience has been most of those guns are, you know, a couple, 3, 4 MOA, which again is fine if you're all having fun with it, and that's more than deadly. Cool. My whole goal was with this to build something more accurate, not break the bank on it. You know, so right now, not including the barrel, yeah, I've probably got, no kidding, I probably got $150 into the whole build. Including the barrel, yeah, you guys can look up Shaw Custom barrels and the spec that I just gave you. I did go with a nickel boron bolt carrier group. Matches the barrel. It's nice and slick. They kind of sort of use one in the tip, but I've had really good luck with it. So, yeah, spent a couple bucks on that. But, yeah, we're just going to take it down to the range. I've already fired it with some cheap 55 grain and kind of sort of just got it in the ballpark so it's hitting paper. And been pretty impressed so far. So we've got 5 or 6 different bullet weights and manufacturers I'm going to try out today. I'm thinking because of the 1 1/8 twist, it's probably going to favor this 60 grain, somewhere between a 62 and 68 grain. Oh, got to take it out and shoot it and find out. I also have some 77 grain. I've tried some 55 just to, cycle it, adjust the gas block. I did put an adjustable gas block on it, knowing that there was a chance that I might possibly shoot this suppressed someday. So, anyway, but yeah, as far as the channel goes, yeah, I'm gonna try and start putting out more videos this year. We're gonna get back into shooting Steel Challenge again this spring. There was a lot going on last year. It wasn't a priority. But like I said, we're gonna get back out. We're gonna do some more shooting this year. Maybe shoot some different stuff. Shoot some more in the backyard. Maybe do some varmint hunting. I mean, that's really the only purpose I have for this particular firearm and building it, other than plinking and having fun with it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. There won't be a whole lot of audio. I'll probably be talking to myself, maybe the camera a little bit, but I'll try and get you guys some pictures or some video of some shots on target, and we'll go from there. All right, see you guys. 55 grain, full metal jacket boat tail, PMC bronze. Hornady Black 223 Remington 75 grain boat tail hollow point. Federal American Eagle, 62 grain, full metal jacket, boat tail. Let's see how this does. Hornaday Frontier 223 Remington, 68 grain, boat tail hollow point match. Yeah, that matches shit. Hornaday Black 223 62 grain full metal jacket. In case you guys are wondering, yes, I am letting this cool down, and it's down to 27 degrees now, so it's not like it takes a lot. We're doing 5-shot groups, and this barrel is it's cool between rounds, so yeah, don't worry. Not too bad. Wouldn't be a range day without gratuitous pictures. So here you go. We can go through the parts later. It's freaking cold out, so I'm gonna go grab my targets, jump back in the Jeep, and yeah, share my thoughts. All right, woo! It's still cold out, so I should say it was still a good day to come out shooting. Okay, any day out shooting is a good day. I was surprised. I'm happy. It's shooting good. I think the groups were limited more by me than the gun. I will say that. My eyes were watering. There wasn't a breeze, and then there was a breeze, and it was coming from behind us, which shouldn't affect a 2.23 5.56 at 100 yards, at all. What it did affect was blowing down my ass crack and or making my eyes water. That might have affected the shot placement a little bit. I was having a hard time a couple times. But having said all that, so I started off with some PMC 55 grain full metal jacket boat tail, which fairly easy to find. I wanted to try it. I wasn't sure if it was going to like 55 grain, but let's face it, you can find 55 grain everywhere. I don't know if you guys can. Oh, there we go. We get some sunshine behind it. Not great, not bad. Yeah, I'd take it out blinking. I mean, you can see my thumb. At 100 yards. We could argue if that was a flyer, that if that was me, if that was the gun. Whatever. I tried the Hornady Black 75 grain. I believe that was the most expensive shit I shot all day. Yeah, 75 grain boat tail hollow point. These might be an option for if you were gonna use it for like whitetail deer hunting or something like that. Get a little sunshine behind it there. Yeah. Again, it wasn't sighted in for this, but that is, I'm really happy with that. There's one down here. Again, I'm not gonna blame the gun. That could have been That could have been frostbite starting in my ass crack. I'm not sure. Could have been me tearing up. I might have yanked it. I don't know. My hands are pretty frozen, so my bad. Yeah, I'm not pretty happy with that. 75 grain does not, yeah, it's expensive, but I guess if I was going to take it hunting, spend a little time with it, zeroed it for it, yeah, I could do that. American Eagle Federal, 62 grain. Kind of what I was expecting. And again, I think if it's a warmer day, you know, again, I let the barrel cool, but it's 30-some degrees out here. I mean, I stuck my finger in the chamber, and it wasn't hot at all. You know, there you go. So, a little sunshine behind it, yeah. I mean, I don't have huge hands. I'd say for, you know, just coming out and shooting off a bipod. I didn't put it in a rest or anything else. I am pretty happy with that. And let me see, those are the 62 grain American Eagle, but those are the FMJ boat tails. So that stuff's actually remarkably easy to find too. And not expensive. So, you know, inches group. I think I'll go home, scrub the barrel and whatnot, but I kind of figured this 60 grains would probably favor this a little bit more. Although that 75 grain, ooh, I think if I spent some time with that. What else we got? Hornady Frontier, 68 grain. I had high hopes for that, and that wasn't all me. No, that was, you know, it's cheap ammo. What can I say? It's yeah. And then Hornady Black, 62 grain. These ones were the, let me see, Hornady Black. These were just the FMJs, but in 62 grain, 223. And you guys heard me. I hope you heard me on camera. That was the 5th shot down there, and I called that one. I know I pulled that one. And then if you take that one out of the equation, yeah, right up there. That's definitely sub up my way. See a little sunshine behind it there. I know I pulled that one. I as soon as the trigger broke, I knew I did. And I think you guys heard me on trigger. Or on camera. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'd like to find some more in the 60s, decent ammo, or maybe I can talk Dad into, if I can find some bullets, reload me some, we can work up a load for it. Scrub the barrel back down, clean it all out. Other than that, the gun ran perfect, no issues at all. When I tune the gas port, it's just a joy to shoot, even with the garbage stock that I put on. And I shouldn't say garbage stock. I shot that stock on my ATI 9mm forever and a day. And I don't care what anybody says. A 9mm AR actually kicks more than a 223 5.56, just because it's pulled back. So this thing is just a hoot to shoot, I gotta tell you. I did take, so the build, okay, so, and people are gonna just lose their minds when they hear this. So it's an Anderson lower. They were on sale. I got it, especially working at Sportsman's Warehouse. Applied my discount, plus I think I bought it on a Black Friday deal. I want to say I spent $20 on it. Yeah. So, and a lower, to me, a lower is a lower is a lower, as long as it's mil spec, and I'm not trying to build some crazy huge horsepower thing out of it. The upper was a full built upper from Davidson Arms. Buddy of mine recommended them. He's used them numerous times. He builds guns for other people. He does a lot of really cool guns. I mean, he builds guns to shoot a mile. So I'm not going to use his name because he wouldn't want me to. And he recommended them, especially for what I was just trying to do. And I think a complete built upper, which it had the Ford Assist in it. I get it. It's not like it's huge build. $49. And it might have been on sale. Actually, I just checked the other day. They're still on sale. The finish on it, the machine, there was no gross machine marks. There was no hard, sharp edges. I was really impressed, especially for the money. I've recommended them a couple times after that. The rest of the stuff, it's got a Palmetto State Armory match trigger, which I was just going to build my own trigger. I thought about going LaRue. I thought about going a bunch of other things that I've used in the past. You guys know, and I put in my race rifles, usually Bull Moose Tactical, because if I'm going to spend the money, I don't like spending the money, so I'll just build it myself, and Bull Moose Tacticals never steered me wrong. But a buddy of mine had one of these in a rifle at a shop, and he's like, oh, you should try this. They're, super cheap, blah, 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 and they're really good. And I tried it. I was like, oh. And I tried it a few more times. I'm like, wow, that's, how much are those? And, I think I got that for $80. They go on sale. They're usually around 100, but they go on sale. If you want a single stage, relatively inexpensive drop-in that's got nothing for take-up on it, I mean, it just breaks, but you don't want to break the bank, I'm telling you, you want to try. I was really impressed. I've had and tried all the other triggers, and they're fantastic. Don't get me wrong. They're awesome. They are. But, no, it was really, especially for the whole idea, the most expensive cheap parts I could buy, I did. The rest of the parts, there's a few from PSA, like the Bolt Carrier Group, excuse me. I bought their nickel boron. I can't even remember the exact description of it. But it was silver. It matched the barrel. I like the idea of nickel boron, blah, blah, blah. I think that was... I might have got that on sale, too. That might have been like $80. I know, I'm all over the $100. I told you guys before. I did buy a buttstock for it. Unfortunately, it was too tall, and I couldn't get down on the scope. So I just reached in the bin, and I had my original adjustable stock for my ATI 9mm, which is working great. No problems there. And then you got your miscellaneous parts. Now, what's really... and I want to see everybody's head explode on this one. So at the last minute, I needed to put this thing all together, and my buddy helped me. The only thing that I didn't have tools for was to put the barrel on the receiver. Everything else I did at the house with just everyday tools. I do have a fat wrench, so I can do torques and stuff like that, and I have torque wrenches, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't stress the upper, and it's a rather expensive barrel, so I wanted to give it every opportunity to shine. So I went to my buddy's house again. This guy builds guns and blah blah blah, and he had all the tools we needed to secure the receiver, barrel, and then torque it properly. So that was the one thing that we did do. But aside from that, I needed last minute, I had to get a parts kit for the lower, for your mag release and all the little things, and your trigger guard and the pins and detents and things like that. So that Anderson lower has CMMG parts kit in it. It was on sale. I got it for like $10. And I know there's folks going, you did what? Hey, it fit and it was on sale. So I have an Anderson lower with CMMG parts in it. Hey, it works great. Love it. So, whatever. I mean, I got a Zero Delta at home that runs nothing but Glock parts now because the Zero Delta parts are garbage. So, maybe I got ahead of the curve on that one. I don't know. But, hey, hope you guys liked it. We're going to try and do some more stuff like this. As always, you know, it's just time and priority. So, had fun today. I'm going to try and come out and do some more. We're going to try and find a load that really works for this rifle, and then maybe out here at this range they actually go out to 300. There's another range that goes up to 500. I'd like and I have a friend that does it a lot. I'd like to learn how to I'd like to shoot 500 and beyond this year, just for fun. Just to say I did it. Maybe either with the 308 or this rifle. I don't know. I don't know if 223 is really the gun to do it with. The 308 would probably be. You could do it though, either way. But hey, hope you guys had fun. Good to see you guys again, and hope everybody's well. Talk to you soon. Bye.